Hey guys, for today's video, we are going to be doing a look using both the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Blue Blood palette as well as the Blood Sugar palette. And honestly, I am so obsessed with both of these palettes. Like literally, they are like some of my absolute favorite palettes in my collection right now. Like literally like holy grail status. So I thought it would be super fun if we did a look using both of them today. I'm thinking about doing a two-tone look. I haven't done one in honestly probably like 4 years or so. So on one side of my face, the left side, I'm going to be using the Blue Blood palette. And on the right side of my face, this side, I will be using the Blood Sugar palette. And I'm seriously so excited to do this with you guys today. In case you are interested in my thoughts and opinions on the new Blue Blood palette, I will link my review in the description box down below. And in that review, I have some swatches as well as doing like a really cool tutorial using that palette. So we are going to start off with the Blue Blood side today, and the first shade that I'm going to go into is called Wealthy, and it is a skin tone colored eyeshadow. And now with Wealthy, I'm just going to use it to set my eyeshadow primer, which I did off camera, and I just want to get rid of some of that tackiness. So I'm just doing a super light layer. So the next shade that I'm going to go into is the light blue shade, and it is called I'm Cold. So with this shade, I'm going to be applying it into my crease and blending it upwards towards my brow bone and using it to round out my outer V. We will be using this shade as our transition shade. So I'm applying it pretty heavy and pretty blown out. So once you have that shade applied and blended out, I'm now going to dip into Blue Blood. And again, using that same fluffy brush, I'm going to be applying it into my crease and outer V to bring in some more added definition. I'm doing like little circular motions to kind of blend it upwards. So the next shade that we are going to go into is this Seafoam Matte Green shade called Flourishing. And with this smaller blending brush, I'm just going to pop it right into my crease and into my outer V. I'm really going to pack this in for added definition. Low key though, I'm really hoping that this turns out because I would love to do more of these. But my biggest fear right now is that I'm not going to have the same amount of depth on the red side as I do the blue. Like I'll have it like imbalanced. And that's like the reason I never do a two-tone look, because I'm always afraid that one side will look a lot like deeper than the other and it'll look kind of off. But I'm hoping that I'll be okay. I haven't done one and I didn't practice this look first, so crossing my fingers. So once you have everything blended out to where you want it to be, I'm now going to go into Cremated and Undertaker. I'm doing like a 1:1 ratio. And then with these two mixed, I'm going to be popping them into my crease. I'm really making sure that I'm focusing it right into my socket. I'm also using it to round out my outer V. I seriously love these two mixed. Like, oh my gosh, it's like a kind of like grayish, kind of purpley, yet it almost has like a green look to it. It's like really interesting. I really love these two. It's definitely a beautiful kind of crease color, holy shit. And then to help me blend out the edge just a little bit more, I'm just taking a little bit of Flourishing again on that Real Techniques Essential Crease brush from earlier. Just doing like little circular motions around that edge. So here's where I'm at right now with the Blue Blood side, and honestly I think it's really cool. And then off camera, I'm just going to cut my crease using my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Fair. So here's where I'm at right now after the concealer of the cut crease has dried down, and the next shade that I'm going to go into is this sparkly white shade called Cullinan. And then with this brush dampened, I'm just going to be applying Cullinan to anywhere that the concealer is showing. So once you have Cullinan applied to the lid, I am now going to go into Entitled, which is a shimmery green shade. And with Entitled, I'm going to be applying it to that harsh line on the outer third of my crease. I'm pushing the color into the lid, and then I'm flicking it inwards towards Cullinan to give ourselves a really nice gradient fade. So using that same brush, I'm just taking a little bit of Cremated and Undertaker, and I'm only doing it really where that harsh line is. I'm going right over Entitled as well, just so everything really ties in from the crease into the lid. But yeah, so here is where I'm at right now with the Blue Blood side, and honestly it's giving me like Villain Ice Queen vibes. I don't know if you guys feel the same, but let's go in with our Blood Sugar side now. So first things first is I'm going to mix glucose and sugarcane to a 1:1 ratio. And then with these two mixed, I'm going to use them to lightly set my eyeshadow primer. I'm just doing a really light layer, like on the other side. So once you have your eyeshadow primer set, I am now going to go into this peachy matte shade called Tongue Pop. And then with Tongue Pop, I'm going to be applying it into my crease and blending it upwards towards my brow. Again, this will be our transitional shade. So you really want to make sure that you are blending this and smoking it outwards pretty far. And I'm also using it to kind of round out my outer V just a little bit. So the next shade that we are going to go into is called Cherry Soda. It is a matte red shade. And then with this shade, I'm going to be applying it into my crease and blending it into Tongue Pop. I'm also using it to kind of round out my outer V as well. And to help me blend things together, I am doing like little circular motions just to make everything a little bit more seamless. So once you have Cherry Soda applied, I am now going to go into Fresh Meat. And with Fresh Meat, I'm going to be applying it into my crease and into my outer V for added definition. And honestly, Cherry Soda, like every time I see this shade right now, I just want a Cherry Soda. I don't know if you guys are like that too, but like where I live, they have like this off-brand pop at the grocery store that's kind of local to me. and they're like super cheap too, but like it is so amazing. They have like grape pop, they have blue raspberry, they have this one, they have like orange, and they are amazing, but they're like super sugary. Because honestly, I'm not the biggest fan of cherry Coke. I know everybody loves cherry Coke, but every time I've had a Coca-Cola, my stomach hurts so bad. And because of that, I just go for the other one, and not to mention it tastes way better. It tastes like super fruity, and not to mention if you are somebody that likes adult beverages, they go amazing with that. But, ooh, I really like that color. I always forget how much I love fresh meat, like the shade, not like fresh meat, because yeah, girl is vegetarian. But that's a really, really, really pretty shade. So once you have fresh meat applied, I am now going to go into coma and extraction on this little precision brush, and I'm doing like a 1-to-1 ratio. And then with these two mixed, I'm going to be applying them into my crease and into my outer V for that added definition. Just so we match the other side a little bit more. Get like that really like smoky look. And I'm working in really light layers too with these, because sometimes I've noticed with these two darker shades that they can get kind of weird. So does the ones from Blue Blood. So it's easier if you do like the less is more approach and really like lightly build that color up. So here's where I'm at right now with the blood sugar side, and honestly, I think this look is super cool. I am living for the two-tone look. And then again, off camera, I'm just going to cut my crease again using that Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Fair. So here's where I'm at right now after cutting the crease, and the next shade that I'm going to go into is called Candy Floss. So with my brush dampened, I'm just going to be packing the shade right onto anywhere that the concealer is showing. And when I'm doing this, I'm really like pressing it into the concealer. I'm not doing like a sweeping motion, just so we get a lot of like that shimmery effect. So once you have Candy Floss applied, the next shade that I'm going to go into is Blood Sugar, which is kind of a shimmery red shade. And with this brush dampened, I'm going to be applying Blood Sugar to the outer kind of third of my concealer line right here in the crease. And now I'm going to blend Blood Sugar into Candy Floss. I'm just taking whatever is left on the brush from Candy Floss and kind of just flicking it inwards, just to kind of soften that edge a little bit more. And to help me blend everything a little bit better together, I'm taking a little bit of coma and extraction on that brush that we applied Blood Sugar with, and I'm applying it right on the edge of Blood Sugar, blending it inwards towards it. This will help us kind of match our crease into the lid a little bit better. So here's where I'm at right now with the look, and honestly, I feel like this look is super cool. I really love it. And then off camera, I'm just going to apply my foundation and kind of wipe away some of this fallout and all of that. So here's where I'm at right now with the look, and then for the lower lash line on the blue side, I'm going to take a little bit of Blue Blood on this Morphe M507 brush and just run it right underneath the lower lash line. And then for the red side, I'm just going to take a little bit of Cherry Soda on this Luxie 231 small tapered blending brush. And then for my inner corner highlight today, I'm going to go in with my Ofra Cosmetics Pillow Talk highlighter. And then with this pencil brush, I'm just going to pack the shade out of this in my inner corner, as well as bring it underneath the eye just a little bit. At first I was going to grab a shimmer out of each of the palettes for the inner corner, but then I just kind of decided I wanted to be a little bit more cohesive and wanted things to match just a little bit, and I thought the inner corner would be perfect for that. I still never get tired of this highlighter. It's just so good. Like, look at that inner corner sheen. But yeah, so here is the finished look, and honestly, I feel like this look is like super badass, and I just really love how it turned out. When I first was originally doing this, I was like, I don't think I'm gonna like it. But the more I look at myself in my viewfinder and the mirror next to me, I actually really enjoy it, and it's actually kind of like inspiring in a way, since it's kind of edgy for me. It's a little out there, little different, but I don't know, like it just kind of inspires me to try new things right now. I know somebody in the comments down below is going to be like, Breyonna, your makeup looks off even, it's ugly, I would never wear it, it's not my thing. And I think a lot of us really forget that makeup isn't about like having to make yourself look like the beauty standard right now. Like, you know, there's so much you can do with makeup. You can make yourself into looking like a dragon, or you can make yourself like look like a rainbow splatter of like neon colors. And that's the beauty of makeup, is that at the end of the day you just wash it off and the next day you can try something else, and that's just the most fun thing about it in my opinion. I know a lot of people out there just think like makeup is to only enhance your features, but honestly makeup is an art and you should enjoy it and experiment and try new things, and I fully stand behind that. But yeah, so with that said, I would like to hear what you guys think about this look. Which side do you like better? Do you prefer the blue side? Do you like the red side? Do you like the two-tone look? Are you going to try a two-tone look? I would love to hear what you guys think about it too, because for me personally, I like these types of looks. I think they're fun. And I love to try new things on my channel. If you guys know me, I know a lot of you guys are always asking me for a neutral smoky eye, but I just love my color way too much. And I just wanted to throw this in here that I really appreciate that all of you guys are really supporting me right now, and it really honestly means so much to me, and from the bottom of my heart, I really appreciate each and every one of you. But with that said, I'm going to close out this video, and if you have not subscribed to me yet here on YouTube, I would really appreciate it. And if you would like to follow me on Instagram, my Instagram account is @lethal_kitten. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and until next time, bye!